Yeah,
My
I
mic was
sat in
muted.
my
It's
chair.
okay. I just did a cool intro, guys. No worries. Go.
I sat in my chair. I relaxed. Now I'm ready for some more Dota. That was, you know, I I have a feeling that going into this game, EG are actually not really going to care that they lost. And I know that might sound insane, but I've seen these players on LAN, and they're like the least emotional players ever when they win
And that's a good
and
thing.
when they lose. And actually, when you talk to them about it, they're like, "We just play," and you can really tell there's like the chance of some sort of internal drama or something like that in their team is just almost non-existent because they're just I know this sounds strange, but they're kind of the most machine-like team in the West for me, where they show up, they play, they do their best, they perform their function, and then that was another day of work, right? And
Mhm.
they can recover from the most devastating losses better than pretty much any other team, I think. So, going into this game, I guess maybe secret favorites based on the fact that they came back from a 20k deficit in that game. But we're gonna have to see the hero pool, which I guess we might not because once again, Notel is failing to load.
Ah,
So we're gonna have another blind draft. I don't know why he has a problem right now with loading into the game,
well, we don't even know if that's the reason
but
that we
oh,
didn't
he's
see
in.
heroes.
Perhaps, just perhaps, if we resume now, it's not gonna bug. We'll see.
We
Gonna be
shall
resumed,
see.
cause well,
Prince Ali,
fingers crossed. I'll
fabulous he,
memorize as much as
Elio. So
possible.
far,
Any
it's
new
okay.
heroes? No new heroes.
I don't
No
think
new
we're
heroes.
losing it. I think we're good.
They're
Now that it's
visible.
at the pick
They're
ban, yeah.
visible. Yes. Oh, Lycan is there.
Yay!
That's gonna get banned against EG.
For sure. There's a
So
Tinker.
what other trademark heroes?
There's a
Tinker,
Warlock. Um, PA,
Prophet.
Kuroki loves. There's a Bristleback again. Yeah, there's a lot
Anxious
of.
Prophet might be banned in this
There's a
game.
Night Stalker, Cinderin. He's high tier, right?
Yeah. What a trash hero that's become.
Does that make you like cry at night?
It's kind of sad because I absolutely love the hero and I think he's one of the coolest heroes to watch competitively because he's such an active, mobile, hungry kind of hero. But
Hmm.
well, there's just no the way the game gets played right now and the way the day-night cycle got changed. He just died. I don't blame the teams for not picking the hero. I actually think it's unfortunately that bad right now. So hopefully we get some changes to bring him back, but I wouldn't expect a pick in this game, even with a lower or more reduced hero pool. Perhaps because there's so many squishies and the silence is good against the majority of this pool, maybe it could be a pick for a secret on S4, but even that I'm not sure about.
What, you don't like the support Night Stalker, Cinder? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, not so good either.
It makes a little bit more sense, not to get into it too deeply, but earlier, like you have a roaming Night Stalker with the earlier nighttime and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, he's pretty weak. He's pretty trash. So Slark's gonna be the last ban. So expect a. Okay, I didn't even see Ogre Magi. That was like first
Oh
pick, first.
yeah,
Well,
wow.
not first ban. That was like first pick at Star Ladder, pretty much throughout the whole
He's a
tournament.
first pick in CM right now. So yeah, getting him through is going to be something EJ are happy about. They also have a Baron available, and I think that's almost a 100% pick for PPD. They'll either put this as a core on Universe, the Ogre, or as a support on Zai, and they're going to get the Baron. Tinker
Tinker
again.
again.
Secret really love their Tinker in this tournament for I don't know why. I mean, last game they just won because of Tinker. I think, at
Yeah.
least to a major extent, he held the game alive, so that's good. Um, but
So that's pretty
but
good that he did that stuff.
but I don't know if EG are gonna fall for the same thing again. I think they'll try to draft around it better this time, or maybe pick a lineup that doesn't. If they want to push the base, they're gonna itemize differently. They're gonna get like a pipe now against Veno Tinker, but gonna be a
If
profit first.
so for Venomancer, when EG picks Venomancer, it's usually a core. I don't
Yeah,
remember seeing Secret picking it. Do you think this hero
Puppy
is better
usually
played as a
plays a
core?
support.
Okay. Yes, Juggernaut. Too
Oh,
bad he's not gonna have the set.
finally.
Damn it.
Love this hero. Doesn't really get picked much these days. I think he's good in some pushing lineups because of Healing Ward and because of the time he peaks.
Hmm.
He's very, very good at level 6 and 11, and that's generally around the time you want to start taking towers, so that's pretty nice. It's perhaps the solution to the March. You can tank up the March with Healing Ward, 5% health per second, and if you're tanky, then that's a ridiculous amount of health.
This is a fun hero to watch, but in
I
combination with
like
Nature's
it a
Prophet,
lot.
yeah, they can push. Is there any other heroes that they can couple with these two to push even harder? They have, I wouldn't say Drow. Drow's like kind of a dumb way to do it. I mean, they have Juggernaut, or not Juggernaut. They have Troll. What do you think about Troll to help push
Mm,
with one extra right clicker on top of that? I'm just trying to look at a way that they can get a pushing lineup going. I mean,
I think
Keeper of the Light is
Luna would be a
available.
choice for
Keeper with
that.
Ags. I know you're on board with that.
Luna with Bloodlust is
Okay,
pretty sick for bringing down the
that's true.
base. Especially, you can Bloodlust the Manta illusions even. I know it's really gimmicky and probably not relevant against a Timbersaw, but like, let's be honest, Team Tinker, or sorry, I keep calling them Team Tinker because they keep paying Tinker.
They basically are.
Team Secret are, oh, well, they want the Luna. Team Secret are really drafting Turtle in their games. At least some of them today have had some like ridiculously defensive lineups for just holding the base. And I'm not saying they don't have aggressive potential, because obviously Timbersaw, Venom, and Luna can play aggressively too. And in the previous game, they also had like a Beastmaster who's hungry for kills, but at the end of the day, they're early picking the Tinker, who's a defensive hero kind of by nature, at least now that he got nerfed in the aggressive perspective. They pick that with a Veno and then a Timber. It just looks like they're just getting into EG's minds and just like, you can't push, you can't win the game ever.
Only 6 seconds to pick for EG. I'd be shocked if they random. I think we saw a couple randoms. There's the Keeper of the Light, so... Question, if this is going to be like a 4 position, maybe you do get the Aghanim Scepter at some point. But Chaos Knight. So Chaos Knight, Lena lane. That's pretty old school. And I guess Venom would have to be in that as well, right? Tinker
They
mid,
could
Timber
dual
off
lane.
lane. They could dual
They
lane with
could
Tinker.
possibly
That's
dual
true.
lane.
They've been doing that. Either way, Chaos Knight, Lena. We haven't seen that in a freaking really long time.
I think EG are going to get crushed if this one goes, like, beyond 40 minutes. They have no solution to Chaos Knight. They have Luna with Glaives, which is not enough. Illuminate, Wrath of Nature, and that's it for AoE damage. That you cannot rely on like a Blade Fury or something like that. It's just not good enough. So this Chaos Knight's going to get out of control if they put that in position 1, which looks like they will for Kuro. Now, the good thing for EG is how good their lineup is in the first 15 minutes of the game, where they can push towers really quickly before Secret get online with Tinker, before Veno gets level 7, before they get Chakram. And that's just a classic EG thing. If you look at Starladder, they like running these early push lineups, trying to destroy the base early on. I think that's the style of play EG need to play, and just try to end the game early.
Yeah, this is going to be one hell of a game, because game 1 was amazing. Now, the healing ward, like you talked about, being able to help withstand a bunch of pushing. If Keeper, Zai, if he's as farmed as he was last game, he's going to get that Ags. Then the pushing becomes that much easier as well. So you can never underestimate the power. Do I even want to bring this up with you in the same call? You're just going to talk about it for like 30 minutes.
Keeper of the Light Ags?
Keeper of the Light Ags. You need to put him mid, and he will do so well.
No.
No?
You don't need to.
Are you saying I'm not imitating you correctly? It sounds just like you. What is CK's movement speed? It's 325.
Yeah. I think they're discussing whether Luna is the fastest hero in the game. And she is by 5. 330. But yeah, Keeper of the Light being played by Zai. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ags come out. He generally gets a lot of farm. Probably Mech Force Ags, or maybe Ags first, or maybe Mech Ags, not no Force. There's a lot of opportunities, or a lot of different builds for him. The reason I like Ags a lot is it's extremely good for what EG need in this game, which is to end the game early. They can keep the creeps alive against Chakram, they can keep the heroes alive against the burst damage, and if you have that together with a mech and a pipe, your pushing power is pretty much unmatched. And even a March of the Machines will not clear the wave if you time the Illuminate well. So I think that would be a really good choice for this particular game.
Kuro's going to find a double damage. Let's just go over the lineups real quick. Timbersaw on the off lane. S4 will be playing him. Simba again on the Timbersaw, or on the Tinker. Team Tinker, in other words. He was the savior for Team Secret last game. Puppy, as you mentioned, on the Venomancer. Kuro, Chaos Knight, and Big Daddy No Tail on your favorite hero, Lena. Which isn't actually your favorite hero, but I say that.
Why is that?
Honestly, when you were competitive, when you were playing pro in the later stages of your career, I just remember you feeding on that hero every game. That's why when I see Lena, I think of you.
You're a really good friend.
I love you. It's your turn to go over EG's lineup.
Okay. So bottom lane is going to be a very unusual lane for EG. There's going to be Prophet and Coddle, played by Universe and
Perfectly
Zai,
normal. Do this in
respectively.
pubs. It's good.
Fear, Solomid, Juggernaut. And top lane is going to be PPD on Ogre and Arteezy on the Luna. This is not an easy lane for S4. Ogre is very good at these early game fist fights with any melee hero. S4 is just tanking this up. He really wants this experience. He's getting to pay for it though.
My goodness.
PPD
He
just
certainly
doesn't care.
is. Well, he is level 2.
Ogre no care.
So he...
Ogre, I'm Ogre Magic.
No, it doesn't
That's
even...
not.
That's Peon.
That's an orc.
I... Okay, Cindrin, you got me. It's an orc. I'm sorry. I have to actually listen to his lines. I can't do the high-pitched one, but... Anyway, one of the best voice
bottom
actors
lane,
in the game,
I
for
think
sure.
this is First Blood. Universe is just toast.
Reality
2
Rift into
seconds
Chaos
stun.
Bolt, into the stun that I will refuse to use the name of because it's a horrible name for Big Daddy No-Tail. Universe is going to get First Blooded, and No-Tail is the one that gets all that gold.
This one's gonna be a scorcher.
Alright,
Lots
this
of
is...
gold for the Lena.
Sorry, this
Holy.
is on the list of one of the worst names for a spell. Light Strike Array.
Why didn't you like that?
It's just awful. It's
I'm
not...
pretty sure I think it's named after an anime, right? That's also where Laguna Blade is from.
Why
I'm
would you be
pretty
asking
sure,
me that?
Like,
You know, I
like,
don't watch anime. I don't know.
I think Lena's the character Lena in this game is actually based off some sort of anime character, but I could be wrong. But I'm almost 100% sure that both those abilities are named specifically after that. Whereas Dragon Slave, I'm not sure of, and Fury Soul, I think is just generic. So, but
Trivia
yeah,
with
that's why it's
Cinderin.
called that. Yeah.
Very
Bringing it
useful.
out.
Now you guys can all chat in your games when Lena is picked, which is never, and give that amazing trivia to the enemy team.
Hey, Lena Picker, did you know that Light Strike Array is from an anime character?
I did not know that actually. Okay,
Oh,
S4.
thanks for the insight.
S4 is level 3. Hasn't leveled anything past the level 1 of reactive armor, so just waiting to see if he needs something for a getaway sequence. But can they get a kill on him, you think, with Luna Ogre?
They have to
Ogre level
initiate.
2?
Well, the initiation has to start when S4 has less than 3/4 health. Then I think they can. And PPD is doing what he can to make that happen. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
That was
whoa.
not really worth the stunt.
Whoa, whoa,
S4.
whoa, whoa, whoa. What's he doing? Okay, he's playing it balls deep. Just nothing normal. Nothing unusual, I should say.
Nothing.
Nothing normal. Yes, thank you. Bottom lane in the meantime,
Oh, yeah.
No-Tail blocking out Zai. He's forced to go the other way. Good thing he's on a horse, so he's going to be pretty fast, but not fast enough. There's the stun from everybody in between. Puppy even getting experience for that. And Lena, again, stealing the kill.
Yeah, that was
First
a good,
secret.
That was a good KS. That's gonna give them arcanes. That was the best hero to get the kill on. There we go. Now
Top
Kuro's ready. Yeah.
lane. Stun onto Timbersaw. Not the greatest Timber Chain of all time. And Ogre Magic is going to right-click very easily. In Universe, I'm not pretty sure he got experience for that. Hopefully that was worth it for him, if you're an EG fan. 4-minute rune. Bounty rune's going to be top. Simba's going to be able to bottle that, no problem. And in the meantime, No-Tail. So both runes go on the wave of Team Secret. What do you think about... So tell me about Juggernaut mid. We don't see that very often.
He's actually pretty good mid, because he's extremely hard to gank. He's very hard to hold down in the lane as well, because he can just heal up with Healing Ward, or if he's contested heavily for farm, he can just farm it with Blade Fury. He is... Like, there's pretty much no hero in the game that just flat out beats him in lane, so that's great, but he just... It's also just the whole thing about, okay, so what's the trade-off? How much do you actually get out of putting him mid? Like, levels in this hero is great. How good is the farm? How well does he use the runes? There's some runes he's really good with, some not so good. But overall, I think he's in a really good spot in the mid lane. And you're seeing it here. He's tied against the Tinker as a melee hero.
Well, he's about to hit 6. And he does. He can spin. Doesn't have enough for ult, though. If he can bottle up... Actually, in fact, he's not going to have enough for both in general. I'm used to seeing the Juggernaut going like 2 in stats, so you can actually Blade Fury, then Omni Slash right after, but not going to be the
I
case
think he
here,
should
obviously.
ferry out 2 or 3 branches for his magic wand now, so he has the mana pool. It's very important to be able to use these 2 spells in succession, I would say. You can do it with a bottle if you have, of course, charges in it, which he doesn't, or especially if you have a regen, then it's so fast that the risk of losing out your mana regen is very low. But very difficult. Oh, this ward is just placed at the perfect time from Simba. This rotation.
But he also makes it obvious that it is there, so perhaps a counter ward will be coming soon. And PPD is forced to leave the lane in shame. Poor Ogre Magi. I'm really happy that this hero has found a place in the competitive scene, because it's just a fun hero to watch as a spectator. Agreed? Good. I'm glad. Top lane.
Which hero was that?
Ogre Magic.
Oh.
You don't listen to me, S4 getting stunned by PPD. He's going to Timber Chain away.
Oh, PP. Okay.
Well, Ogre Magi is pretty beefy, so he can tank the
They're
tower no
kinda greedy.
problem.
But RT
He's not going to be able to find him.
He almost died to the tower there.
Oh, you're right, RTC.
He will get a
Artisanal.
salve from PPD here, but
Is he going Midas on Luna?
looks like it. He's also the biggest farmer in the game, and I think going... See, that's the threat by going Midas. Sure, you're getting good farm, but you're building for the kind of game that I think you're gonna lose. So I'm not completely convinced by that choice, because I mean, do you agree with me that they probably don't really stand a good chance late game, or do you think they have a chance to make like an even late game?
I think they have a good
Simba.
late game.
Simba.
Ulti's all he needs, but there's a creep wave! Yeah. Oh, actually a very long... Oh, actually, is this going to be enough? He's going to bottle up. He's going to be okay. But Omni Slash is wasted. Oh, Nature's Prophet. One more right click! Yes! Just enough to take him out. Universe is going to get turned on by Big Daddy No-Tail, who does not, unfortunately, have the ultimate of hers, Laguna Blade. Kuroki a little bit late on the TP.
Okay, I feel like whenever I watch Universe play Prophet, like I've seen him play a lot of games, he always has an 800 range right click that secures the last hit. Every single time. Once or twice per game. Like, always. That kill looked like it wasn't gonna happen. We're talking like a tenth of a second and he misses that kill, but he always gets it.
They might go for Juggernaut here. If he gets a little bit closer, they can Reality Rift into a Chaos Bolt, followed by everything from Lena, which is be one spell, since she doesn't... Oh, now she has a 1 for 2. Good job. Arcane Boots for the win. Rune coming up in 15 seconds. This is going to be crucial for Fear, so he can actually use something. He does have enough for Blade Fury, so he can... That's the thing about going against a Chaos Knight in this case. You can easily Blade Fury out of a stun.
Might want to try to fight Kuro. Uh-oh. PPD. Okay, I guess he does not want to fight Kuro. I think he... Okay.
Kuroki.
Kuro's gonna let him get away with
Alright.
that. I thought he was
Well, he was
gonna
more...
try to get that kill.
He wanted the rune. It's a double damage after all. It's a beauty. Arteezy. Okay, he went lifesteal, so no Midas. Lifesteal right away.
Okay. Helm the Dominator.
Is he
They
stacking
stack
right
the
now?
Ancients. Yeah.
Very nice.
So now I'm assuming he'll get 1 or 2 points in Lunar Blessing and then maxing out Moonglaive.
It's a range
maybe
creep.
even maxing Moonglaive first.
This range creep's not going to last very long.
I think if you do the math, just comparing Midas to Helm of the Dominator, if you get it this early and you stack perfectly, then it's probably better than Midas, apart from maybe a bit of the XP. I think the gold is definitely better on the Dominator build-up, and I think it's also a more valuable item than Midas itself. Like
I mean,
having
you're
the
gonna
armor.
get Midas anyway.
20
Not
damage.
Midas. You're gonna get Helm of Dominator anyway on Lunar, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh, it's a
S4,
good kill on
nowhere
S4.
you can go. He was just about at level 6. Not that it really would have changed anything. And they're gonna transition this into a tier 1 tower, no problem. Let's see this fight recap. Useful. Next.
They got gold and experience and dealt damage.
Absolutely.
Tier 1's gone. There's no way of defending that. That's one weakness Secret's lineup has so far. is
No
that-
way
oh,
or some way
wait,
is the
what?
question. What? They're scared by the
Well,
Timber Saw and
okay,
Lena.
Timber comes in and gets level 6, but I think they could have probably forced that one down, but they're afraid of the other missing heroes. I guess they don't know exactly what position Puppy was in, but I probably did, because they see Zai scouting him out here, and well, they'll get it eventually, I guess, but a little bit of caution from EG.
Zai is level 5 with 800 gold in the bank. So yeah, if this game goes 30 minutes, he'll have an Ags at the very least, if not more. Right now he's not getting that much farm, but he's getting the levels, which is more important, I think. Puppy forced out as Venomancer in the mid lane. Kuroki has the double damage activated and a bounty rune to add insult to injury. He can find somebody bottom lane, but of course it is Juggernaut. It's gonna be a very tough kill with just him. But Zai, now that's something juicy. Let's see if he goes for Reality Rift. There we go. Oh my God, look at that damage. A 3-second stun is more than enough. The spin, or the stun from Omni Slash was almost enough to secure the getaway. But it will be a trade at the end of the day. So 1 for 1.
What a great
Was it
trade
worth
for
it?
EG.
I don't know.
Great trade for EG. They
Yeah.
sacrifice a Coddle for a Chaos Knight who also uses his double damage rune that could have been really impactful. And it's Fear getting that gold. So he's starting to look really good on his Juggernaut. Currently almost 50 CS from a 10-minute mid lane, which is good. And gets level 9 as well. Getting close to level 11, which is a huge benchmark for Juggernaut. Getting from 3 to 6 jumps on Omnislash is a really big deal.
Seems as if Zai is going for that mechanism before the Ags. So maybe not.
Wow,
starting with
Ortiz
Ags.
is just out farming everyone's. But yeah.
Nothing
Big
new
money.
there. Nothing new there.
Oh,
It's
he
reality of
clips Kuro.
Luna! Ultimates and Kuroki gets blown up. Arteezy only at half HP. S4 and No Tail are forced back. And the tier 1 tower goes down in the favor of EG as well. And they're just going to continue to push, it looks like.
I need to be a little bit careful, but Arteezy will heal quite a bit from just attacking the creeps. Still think he cannot pursue this, but this, look at how farmed Arteezy is. This is without even starting on the Ancients. He hasn't started on that yet. It's gonna be completely crazy once he gets that influx of gold. That's almost a BKB at like, I think 14 minutes is realistic. 14-minute BKB Helm of the Dominator.
Can you tell me about the
That's
range
huge.
creep HP regeneration? It like goes up by like 6 or 7 randomly. It's not a constant amount. It's really odd.
Wait, what?
You see that?
Yeah.
I don't get it. What am I missing?
Huh?
I'm missing something.
Only
Explain it to me,
Captain's
Cinderland.
Draft.
Yeah, that's a new feature added to Captain's Draft. Your range creeps that you take over with Helm of the Dominator actually have random numbers of HP regeneration so you can stack to your heart's content.
I don't recall seeing anywhere that Helm of the Dominator creeps have like a percentage-based HP regen, which is not linear, but which is in ticks.
Well, as a result, he's
Eh.
able to actually stack with this, which I don't think is normally the case, right? These things die after a couple stacks normally, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it's, yeah, that's, they probably die earlier, but it's also that he, of course, one thing that definitely did get changed in the patch was that Dominated creeps get plus health, 250 bonus health, which makes a big difference, so. Goes from 300 to
Chen creep.
550.
All right, now that No Tail has that burst damage in Laguna Blade, they're going to smoke up with Kuroki. See if they can find Arteezy. Of course, Arteezy's ult's down for another 60 seconds or so. And if they find him, he's pretty much dead. There's nothing they can do. TP support could be there. Nothing for... Nope, they don't have any TPs on their support. So this would be... Not that they know, of course. If they dive the tower, he's dead. See if it ends up being the case. Of course, Chaos Knight, not a hero we see that often. We've seen a little bit more lately. Remember we had a big argument at the NA hub about how bad he was or how good he was. And you were a proponent that he was actually still okay in certain situations.
Yeah, I think he's one of the absolute best late game heroes when there's not as
AoE.
crazy amount of AoE damage to destroy his Phantasm, especially now that it lasts for 34 seconds and can spawn another illusion. Like,
He
this
almost
game's
ran into
crazy
Chaos
late.
Knight Lina. Instead, he gets recalled by Keeper of the Light and can now work on this. Is that a quadruple stack? Something like that.
I think it might even
Might be more. 5 maybe? I cannot count.
Not sure. Well,
Now-
he
now it's
went
smoked
for
by
the
EG.
Yasha.
Mhm.
So not getting the fast BKB, just going full farm build. Arteezy's really aiming for
Oh,
the
okay.
later part of the mid game. Is yeah.
Easy,
Goodbye,
easy
puppy.
kill.
EG
And
are
with
just
that-
playing a really solid early game. They're not really taking as many towers as I thought they were planning to, and that's perhaps the one problem they might face later on is that, well, eventually they're going to have to push high ground. They've let Tinker free farm. We saw it in game number 1, but maybe this time they have a better draft at it.
And Arteezy is taking the stack with relative ease. And what does he go now? Does he go straight into BKB or something like that? I mean, he doesn't finish Manta yet, right? That's normally not the case. Oh, even Universe finishes his Orchid.
14-minute
minutes
Orchid.
in the jungle. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. That's going to be amazing against Timbersaw if they can actually initiate properly. Oh, Omni Slash
Also
onto
really good against
Kuroki! Oh, he uses Phantasm to dodge the last Omni Slash, but it's not going to matter. Fear gets Laguna bladed, but in the end, No Tail's the one taken out. So 2 dead right off the bat for this fight. S4... Oh! Almost
What a
got
surprise!
the TP off.
Universe with the last second auto attack from Nature's Prophet. Who would have expected
It's
it?
good timing. It's good timing.
Every single time.
And he's getting recalled into the mid lane, so they can help push this tier 1 mid. Things are looking
Secret
pretty
cannot
good.
afford to make these blunders. That was just a huge mistake. That cost them a few thousand golden experience as well as a tower. Now Caudle has a mech. EG are in a position where they can probably take Roche pretty much at will when Fear has ultimate available again. They're farming better, they're controlling the map better, they've taken more towers. I mean, game 1 was looking great for them too, so I'm not counting Secret out, but I think this one is even harder for them.
Well, they don't have a Tiny, so Tiny is always one of those wild cards, even
They
without
have
a Wisp.
Chaos Knight instead, who is incredible in late game for this game.
Well,
so.
But that's the thing. Like, you only have the Phantasms for so long, as opposed to Tiny, who always has that big, juicy stick of his, you know?
Yeah. And we haven't talked about Blinding Light. I actually haven't mentioned how good that is against Chaos Knight, because that's the thing about him in the late game, is that, yeah, sure, you've got some extremely powerful illusions, and oh wow, okay. You've got some extremely powerful illusions, but what if they're just all blinded, as they do get a kill here in PPD?
Ooh,
Gonna
yep,
go to
last
Lena.
right click going the way of No Tail, and this
And
is
the
going to be a
tower as
tier
well.
1.
But the Blinding Light, I believe with level 3 Spirit Form lasts 5 full seconds. So that's a big part of Kuro's fighting potential just down the drain, and he cannot... The thing is, he cannot item build against it. Like, there's nothing he can get that makes his illusions magic immune, or... they do have True Strike with MKB, I suppose, so he has to get... That's the solution, I guess. So, MKB is probably a must-have as a 5th or 6th item, but it's generally not something you really want to get on CK unless you
Zai
have to.
mid lane takes a cast bolt to the face, but he does use his mech. Now, Secret's the one on the run. Puppy's stuck in the trees, and so is Kuroki. Trees are not your friend. 2 dead. EG. Just showing their dominance early. Timbersaw is invisible. He could go for a kill on PPD, and he's just going to finish him off really easily. No Tail's here to try to... Oh, Laguna Blade! Yes, it's enough to take out Luna! This is a huge turnaround for Secret. Ends up being a 2 for 3 after losing 2 right off the bat, EG, or Secret. Unbelievable turnaround. And it was all set up by the invisibility on Timbersaw.
I did not expect that to come at that point. Narteezy, his Eclipse, I think he cast it, and it didn't even hit a beam. It might have hit 1, and then he died to Laguna Blade.
Unfortunately, it's not
So
like
that means it's on
Epicenter that it just
cooldown
goes
too.
off continually.
Yeah, if that was like Epicenter, he would have killed Lena. That's the trade-off. But now it's on cooldown for 2 minutes as well, and this means Secret can put quite a bit of pressure. And still, Simba just maximizing the farm. He's slowly getting there. Is this game 1 again?
I don't know. It just comes down to the Tiny. I thought the Tiny was their one. Okay. Tinker? Where did that happen? Tinker getting killed by... Oh, it's the Orchid. That's right. So Universe's Orchid paying in dividends. Picked up for both Timbersaw and Tinker. I didn't even realize Tinker was in the game. I forgot completely Tinker was even in this game. But regardless, what does he have right now? He has Boost of Travel and Blink, so he's farming really well. Fear, Omni Slash onto Veno. Is it enough to get the kill? It certainly is. Blade Fury's out. Not sure if Secret can catch up to him. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So 2 kills going the way of EG. Other than that one engagement that got turned around, they're taking kills left and right with almost no trades coming the way of Secret.
They have a really good lineup for it as well. Juggernaut and Prophet are really good at this stage in the game at just either solo killing or combining for kills. When you have an Orchid and Maelstrom on 19 minutes in on a Prophet like this, he can solo the Tinker, as you saw before. And I like this aggression a lot from Universe, because why don't you just take over the enemy jungle and shut down the Tinker that way? You easily have the better team right now if the fights break out in the Radiant jungle, so put pressure on them, reduce their map control, take a couple of towers, and then suddenly you're farming 2/3 of the map with a lineup that's perfect at it. That's like one of the biggest advantages of Nature's Prophet, is that while your entire team is controlling the enemy jungle, he can farm your own.
Juggernaut working on his Aghanim Scepter. At least I assume it's not just a casual point booster at this point. And Arteezy...
Scotty.
I don't mind Scotty. Not this early, but
Nah.
You know I love Scotty. I'm on Hani's side with the Scotty. Not gonna lie. Armlet picked up finally on Kuroki. So this is a night. What do you think of the timing of this? Obviously
Very
not the timing
late.
he wants, but can this make a difference?
Yes, and it's still the right choice, because it makes the Phantasms that much stronger. It's about 500 health, and then he triggers Phantasm, so it's definitely still the right choice. It's not... If it was like 30 minutes in, then maybe I would be like, okay, really? But this can still have a huge impact. He is being scouted out now by Fear. 15 seconds on his ultimate. Do they want to try this? They're gonna go for it.
Bloodlust! Fear does
he
not
gets
have
the
Omni
ulti.
Slash. He gets off his Blade Fury though, and this stage of the game, that does a lot of damage. Obviously it tapers off and it turns into just magic immunity more than anything else. But more than enough to get the kill. And tier 1 tower goes down in favor of EG. They're going to continue this push. Omni Slash is now
Fear's
up.
running really fast.
Yep, he has level 2 ult. They're going to back up. What do you think about Arteezy getting Manta right away? I thought he was going to go casual Yasha and then get Manta later, as he gets a new range creep to stack for him.
On the way they're playing and how well they're controlling the map, he might as well maximize his farming potential. I don't see a threat from Secret at this point in the
Okay.
game where suddenly he needs the BKB to... If they wanted to end the game right now, then sure. But it doesn't seem like it's their plan. So he can just continue to farm up, use the Manta to split push, use the Manta to maybe even dodge the, what's it called, the Chaos Bolt, which is pretty easy, actually. It doesn't
Yeah.
travel that fast. And
Yeah, it's
if he can dodge that with the Manta invulnerability, that's huge. So it's not all bad. I think it's pretty
Nice.
good.
Did you catch that kill by any chance? I blame you.
No.
I blame you. I was so enthralled in what you were saying, since you blame me for not listening to you, and I missed it. But Fear did use his ultimate, and got a pretty, relatively easy kill, I suppose.
Yeah, he killed S4, and then I think he almost got no tail as well, but he died to a neutral camp, so
I missed
there
like,
might
the
have
best
been a
part of the
profit
game.
involved in that. I'm pretty sure there was.
There's always a profit involved.
That's
way or
one
another.
thing that was a pretty significant part of the kill overview from Dota 1 that never got ported to Dota 2. When someone dies, it doesn't say assists in the chat. And
That's true.
it's kind of weird because I've thought about it multiple times. I've been like, well, why don't they do it? Or maybe it clutters the screen too much. Maybe people think it's irrelevant. But I think it's very informative and not too intrusive. It would be nice to see for every kill who is assisting to it as well. Because
Instead
it
of
just...
Instead of
It also
tire
puts a
tide,
lot of... it gives like screen time. Okay, so this is a little bit on a psychological level, but it highlights the killer a lot more than the team play. So kill stealing in that way is a bit more quote unquote rewarding because you're the only name that gets shown on the screen and the others don't. If everyone
how
who contributes
shallow
gets
are
shown,
people?
then you feel like you're more part of a team effort. So
Are you talking
I
about for
actually
pubs?
think it could make a difference.
Are you talking about for pubs? I can understand
Oh.
for a spectator standpoint, where you want to see the assists and all that good stuff.
I think it's for both. It would be an improvement, but maybe
I
I'm
like it.
taking it too far with my thoughts. But I don't see
not
why
big
not.
deal.
I don't think the clutter is too much. Oh, puppy gets off the Nova, and oh, Universe can reach the Sprout. He's slithering.
slithering away with all his might. The Ignite is here. Gets off a Gale. Universe is getting really low, and he ends up going down. Is it going to be a trade?
I cannot believe Puppy survived that.
Me neither. Well, Laguna Blade, unfortunately, the stun miss from No Tail. And here we have Chaos Knight along with Omni Slash. Omni Slash is up already, getting a kill. Luna, in the meantime, is just pushing top lane by herself. Is this going to be worth it? Kuroki getting really low. He's going to try to armlet toggle out of this. He will get killed. Arteezy, in the meantime, continues the pressure.
Are
Only
you
one
serious?
alive for Secret. Arteezy's going to fall back. My goodness. All
So
for
that's
the Nature's
Manta
Prophet.
right there, giving value. That was so much more useful than BKB for that. Now he almost has a butterfly too. He is so damn rich. 14k in a 24-minute game. His GPM is currently 600 without Midas. Sure, he had the Dominator though, so let's say it's similar. But still, 600 GPM, 24 minutes in, without a kill. He has 3 assists. This is just raw farm and towers almost. Insane farming performance.
Unfortunately,
there's
S4.
17k golden XP ahead. Do you think this time they're not fucking losing? There's no way. There's just no way.
Well, I'm not going to call it till the fat lady sings. But yeah, this is worse than the previous game for sure. More of a lead, I should say. Fear. I feel like he's invisible half the game. I don't understand how he gets every single invisibility rune. Omni Slash is up with Aghanim Scepter, so that is, was it 12 slashes? Yeah. Aye. This is going to be rough. Of course, I don't think he can kill Chaos Knight by himself.
He
With Phantasm,
could, probably.
I'm not sure with
Okay,
Phantasm.
Puppy's dead.
Yeah. Bye! See ya! Wish there was a taunt that you could, like, use your voice so the enemy team can hear you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be a great idea.
Nobody would abuse it, Cinderin. Come on, you gotta have faith in the Dota 2 community. You don't have faith?
Oh, this is something we've seen before.
Oh boy.
Well, Simba's setting up for it again.
Oh, S4!
Late game Tinker.
Cyclone! Oh! He was gonna live, but not long enough. Multicast on the Bloodlust is so disgusting. We haven't used that word this tournament. That was the word of last tournament. The patented disgusting. And Bloodlust is the most disgusting buff. I freaking love it. Fear and company gonna bash down this tower. Already at half HP. Poison Nova is up. That's something to take into consideration. But of course, there is a mech on Zai who's working on his Aghanim Scepter. Another 900 gold to go. So my prediction of 30-minute Ags was actually correct. For one time in my life, I'm correct. And Sheepstick now in Universe. These items are
God.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Redunculous.
And the difference is that this time Arteezy is just a bulldozer. So if he gets in and the tier 3 falls, even if Tinker is standing there and doing his best to defend, if Arteezy has an Aegis and they can't go on him, he will just start hitting the barracks and everyone will get killed by the glaives just bouncing off of the whole base. So this Luna is just totally out of control. And the crazy thing is he's got so much farm, and we keep talking about how big his farm is. He's only 2k ahead of his teammates. So that means both the Juggernaut and the Prophet are also ridiculously farmed.
Yeah.
The Axe coming up on Coddle. I think the sweet spot for EG is get Axe on Coddle, hit daytime, have the Aegis, and go end. Then there's pretty much no chance for Secret to defend anymore.
Yeah, it'll be tough beyond anything we've ever seen in Captain's Draft. That's for sure. Kuroki, unfortunately, we're 27 minutes in the game. Hasn't really progressed on his items at all past that armlet of Mordigion.
He's got in the last 7 minutes, he's got 2,000 goals. So that's like 300 GPM. You compare that to the 600 of Luna, and he's getting out-farmed 2 times by Luna.
Yeah. I hope we see more of this stacking Ancients with Hand of Midas. It's like a lost art, I feel. I mean, people just go the easy route in Hand of Midas, and this is more... This is much nicer to watch. Don't you agree, Synderen? Don't you love Hand of Midas?
Yeah. Sometimes
On
I
range
like
creeps.
That's the best.
He always picks like the saddest creeps in the forest. Look at this troll. How can he not be sad? Poor guy.
Universe might be sad. No, he's gonna be happy. He just dodged a gank. He might not know, but that Lina could have almost soloed him.
Quick,
with her full combo.
somebody tweet Universe. You just dodged a gank, bro. Good job. Courtesy of Sunsfan TV and Cinder and Dota. Oh boy. All right, never mind. Never. Oh, wait for it. Wait, no, he's dead. Okay, goodbye, Universe. Okay, have the same
Great
tweet, but
call.
say JK at the end. Okay, we're gonna have a 1-for-1 trade. Luna ult doing quite a bit of damage. Puppy's gonna get out at least for now.
That's
Omni
also
Slash.
a wrong call so far.
What? What's the wrong call? What did I
Oh
say?
wait, never mind. That was a right call. I didn't Never mind.
I'm so lost.
I'm surprised.
I'm so lost. Oh my god, Juggernaut has a freaking refresher orb. Up, Zai, you might actually die here. This will be a consolation kill for Secret, PPD and company. Look at that double ignite. Kuroki, he's silenced. He's surrounded by trees.
Wow,
and
he
Omni
just
Slash
Omni
will rip
Slashed
through him.
that.
Worth it. He literally just said that. Worth it. I guarantee you.
Oh my god, this.
He has refresher. He doesn't care.
I love this Juggernaut build, by the way. I think it's really cool. Because the thing is, Aghanim's Scepter Juggernaut is really powerful. So if you hit the timing now with having a fast refresher, just these 2 ultimates in a row, there's nothing Secret can do about it. They can't stop him from doing it. They don't have an instant silence or a hex. So when they see him coming in and starting the cast animation, there's no way of avoiding it. And he jumps through them 12 times. He refreshes, then they still don't have a way of canceling him unless they perfectly time a Light Strike array when they don't even know where he ends up. And then he uses it again. That shit is just so good. And it's so rewarding as well. Using two Omni Slashes in a row is so damn rewarding.
And I mean, with this gold disadvantage for Secret, they'll be forced to buy back and then they can't have any item. I mean, it seems like a dead end any way you look at it. As long as Fear can get off his ulti, as long as the push can continue with people like Keeper of the Light during the day. And now an Aegis going the way of Arteezy, who has 1,300 gold in the bank. He has a BKB now. I believe that's 10 seconds. Yep, has not used it. Pretty dirty. Oh, S4. Not going to have any mana. Going to be forced back to base in all likelihood.
Oh, Kuroki.
Kuroki gets sheeped inside trees. Omni Slash. Boy, he really wants these kills. Alright.
Universe got it, though. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't even get it. That's true.
It's a 70-second cooldown. And he even has a refresher. Why not? Might as well just jump around.
True that. Maybe perhaps they're not looking to push all the way in, just because it's nighttime, so Keeper of the Light will not be able to heal his team. But at the very least, it will be a tier 2.
Arteezy? Yeah, he is... Someone needs to stop this Luna. Oh, there's the Yules.
Illuminate takes Puppy to half HP. Fortification's not going to last too long. And that's one tier 3 down. Arteezy, of course, has the Aegis. Not caring too much about this damage. And here comes the heal. Oh, it's nighttime though, as we talked about. So I think you're right. That's what they're waiting for. Daytime to go fully into the base. And perhaps the GG push.
Yeah, that's in about a minute. That's also when Omnislash and
Wow.
Omnislash are available in 10 seconds. Okay.
How often is PPD farmed? We saw
Yeah,
last
good
game,
point.
right? He has an Ag.
Well, he still has the lowest net worth on his team, so he's staying true to his style. But 7k net worth, 30 minutes in, that's a rarity for PPD.
Yeah, for sure. Oh.
Oh, Kuroki's gonna find him. Oh, who finds who?
Yeah, we'll see. He uses Phantasm, but this is just for a support Ogre Magi. That is how deep we are in this game. That is how desperate Secret has become. Now that Phantasm is gone, that is like, I feel 80% of Kuroki's damage this late. I mean, most of his damage coming from illusions.
Yeah.
And EG can just play with their food. Kind of like Secret was playing with their food last game. This is kind of redemption to some degree. They're able to push top lane and bottom at the same time. Split push. And a Blink Dagger now in the universe. Fear going for... Can he do it? He has no mobility to get in good position for a good Omni Slash. That's the only thing he's missing is a Blink Dagger. Get rid of the TP. You don't need TPs. Nobody's going to push for Secret. Oh. We have a... Okay, he's going to Blade Fury. Of course, he always has a Blade Fury TP.
That's almost impossible to time.
Yeah.
Getting
Oh,
off the
God.
stun
Oh, God.
rolls before that.
Arteezy, double damage. And it's daytime. This is the time. This is it.
Yeah. It doesn't get better than this. Oh, well, it does. They could just keep farming, but they really don't need to wait anymore. This is the powerhouse just going down mid. Arteezy wants to push. You can just see. He's going down
See it in
alone.
his eyes. He doesn't even care that there's a tower here. He's like, let's just collect all these towers first, then start to push. That's the way we do it. Arteezy still has the Aegis, of course, has BKB. Doesn't quite have Satanic, but I'm sure that's the next item he will be finishing up there. As Nature's Prophet at top lane takes out Nota, but we're going to focus on the base here. Double damage Arteezy with Bloodlust and the heal from Zai. What are you going to do? Fear, looking for the Omni Slash, gets it on Kuroki. Expect the... Oh, nice Cyclone's going to dissipate a lot of the damage, but there comes the Refresher. Okay, wasn't the greatest Refresher, but gets the kill regardless. And in the blink of an eye, the mid-Rax is completely demolished. Bottom lane next, Universe pushing top. This is it. There's no coming back from this. Blink Dagger, last resort situation for Puppy. Blinks in, does not even get off his ultimate. Bottom Rack's dead. Top Rack's GG's come out. A very different story here in Game 2 in the Captain's Draft. EG versus Secret. Pretty much a stomp.
Yeah, they just got run over. The whole strategy from EG with how they put their lanes, how they played the early game in the rotations, and just it was just they just got outplayed in every aspect of the game. They lost their lanes, they lost on farm, they lost on map control, they got out executed, and EG got better control of the objectives as well. So then it's just a 34-minute game. This could have even ended earlier, but they didn't need to do it. I think they might have had the power to end it at like 25 with an Aegis at that point if they were daring, but I mean there was no reason to. They just had a bit of fun around the map. So really convincing from EG, and they get a 1-for-1. And of course in this tournament it's best of 2 round robin, so each win gets 1 point.
I'm sorry, you just said best of 2.
Did I?
Yep.
It's 2-game series.
There
Sorry,
you go.
that's I did it wrong myself. Shame on me. So yeah, we run 2-game series, and every point of course counts. And we also have a little bit of a different prize pool distribution. So because of that, every point will indeed count. There's a difference between every single placement, and also every single placement does get prize money. So the jumps of how much prize money you get bigger and bigger, but there is always a difference between 8th and 7th and so forth. So
Yeah.
got to rack up the points. I don't think either of these teams are going to be looking at 8th or 7th though. That would be really shocking.
Yeah, that would be for sure. The prize pool right now is close to $118,000. 24 hours ago, or less than 24 hours ago, it was 50K. You guys are amazing. If you guys haven't checked out our items so far, it's the Juggernaut set, the Ultimate Juggernaut set that's in the stores right now. And there is an effect that will be added later on, or should be today because it's missing. And the compendium itself comes with a lot of goodies, one of which is a Marana mount, which is also missing particles currently. That will be fixed soon. We will be tweaking a lot of the items as time goes on, and we will be adding more items as time goes on to the compendium as well. So stay tuned for that. And remember, there's an all-random deathmatch all-star match for this tournament, and 1% of the prize pool will go to the winners. So it's a nice little mix of fun and seriousness. Well, we'll see about seriousness. We'll see how much they care about 1% of the prize pool at the end of this day. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So when's the next series, Cinderwin? Do you have that for me?
Yeah, so the way it looks, the next match day is going to be on Sunday. We're going to have Team Secret again, actually, so they get a lot of their games played early on. We're going to have Team Secret playing against Team Fnatic, and then EG against Fnatic. So both these teams will be playing again. The reason we have them a lot here in the start is, of course, that there's the D2CL LAN going on at the same time, so a lot of the participating teams are on LAN at the moment. So we're filling up the beginning of the tournament with the teams who are not there. And then when we get into the next week, there's going to be more teams starting to show, including Alliance, Virtus Pro, and Navi.
And keep in mind, of course,
that.
There is a large break between the playoffs and the group stage, but the playoffs will be played in December, a few days before Christmas. It should be the only thing Dota related that's on. Yeah. And this is mostly to cater towards all the players' schedules, because as you guys know, there's a lot of tournaments going on. So that's the way we had to do it. So with that, my name is Sunsfan. That was Cinderin. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, we are signing out.